Hi guys, welcome back to Miller RC. Today we're going to be doing a review of the E-flite Cirrus sr22T. This model has a 59-inch wingspan and the length is 39 inches. Some of the electronics, you've got a 40 amp ESC and you've got 9-gram servos all the way around. And if you get the Bindfly version, it will come with a 6-channel Spectrum Sport receiver with AS3X and safe. It accommodates a 2200 milliamp to a 3200 milliamp 30C LiPo battery. It's what is recommended. So that is a very nice wide range of battery there. Some of the things I did not like, the motor is not as specified in the manual. In the plane now is a 1020 kV motor. But what is specified in the manual and on the website is a 1300 kV motor. I contacted Motion RC and they said that the 1020 kV motor is the motor that is supposed to be in there, but the 1300 kV is the replacement motor. I'm not sure if it's going to give you a performance difference, flight time, power, I'm not sure, but the 1020 kV motor is what is supposed to come with the model. As well as that, the motor does get quite warm when I fly it after I'm done. A little bit warmer than I would like it to, so I think the setup could have been improved a bit. There is no backplate with this spinner, and I'm not sure why really, but you can see it makes it a little bit weaker, so be aware of that. Try not to break it or anything. There are some definite scuffs on the model, kind of up here near the window there, and then on the wingtip. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there are some scuffs there at the wingtip. And then underneath on the belly here, you can see that there's a gap there that they filled with glue. So I'm glad that they at least filled it with glue, but I wish that wasn't there in the first place. So, not the best quality control. The quality could be a little bit better. So, a few other things. The elevators, when I received them, they were not level. So, this elevator here was lower than this elevator over here. And you may notice that they're kind of bent downwards a little bit. And that is apparently supposed to be there. I looked at some other E-flite Cirruses and it looks like they all have that there. So I'm not too worried about that. What bothers me is the elevators not being level. So some other things, you may have noticed the gap at the hatch here. It's really big. It definitely could be smaller. Even at the back here, you can see it's not good. So that could be definitely improved. And then one other thing was when I was building it, I noticed that the elevator screw holes were filled with glue. But that wasn't a very big deal because it was that rubbery silicone glue. So the screws just went right through it. And I think it was the same way with a couple of the landing gear and one of the wing screws. So, not the best quality control. Some of the things I really do like about this model, you have a nice scale 3-bladed prop. That obviously looks very nice. Going further back, there is a landing light up there in the nose. That's very nice. On the wingtip there, you've got your wingtip landing lights, and it's really cool. There are 3 LEDs in each wingtip, so that makes it really bright. At the very edge of the wingtip there, you can see you've got your red light with the white blinking strobe. And on the other side, you've got the same thing there. Green light with the white blinking strobe. And underneath, you have the red blinking strobe there on the belly. And then in the cabin, there is a cabin light in there. Makes it really nice, really well lit model. So it's a really nice scale features right there. Some other things, you probably noticed the antennas. They're very scale. They are all very nicely placed. So a few other things, you've got battery versatility is really nice with this model. You can go from a 2200 to a 3200, so that's one really cool thing. One of the other things as well are the flaps on this model. They're just really nice. If you transition them, they go down really smooth. I got mine on a 3-second timer, so I think the manual recommends 2 seconds. It's really preference, whatever you like. And the elevator has a mix, 4% on half flap and 6% on full flap. And that makes it for really nice smooth transitions. When this thing transitions, it makes you don't even feel it. It's very smooth. So some of the modifications I did make to this model. Number one, up front in the canopy here, you can see my ESC placement there. Up here, there's a little chunk of foam that should be removed, so you can slide your ESC in that little pocket. And that really helps because the air flows straight over the ESC coming in from this scoop right there. So that is really nice. One other thing as well, up here in the motor, if I pop off the cowling, you may see down in there's the black poster board. And that's there to kind of seal off the landing light there on the nose. And that just makes so that it keeps light coming up and shining through the cowling holes there. And that just adds a little bit more scale, realism. And you may have noticed this little plastic scoop there. That's to help cool the motor, because like I said, it does get pretty hot. So I put that there to help cool it down. It does help, but I would not recommend doing it on this side because that will block the airflow to the ESC. So there's just a couple mods that I did, and definitely does make the model a little bit nicer. Does help with making things run smoothly. So that was pretty much it. Just a couple more things. When you take off with this model, I would recommend putting in a half flap setting, because it definitely helps make takeoffs smoother. Without half flaps, it tends to jump up into the air, kind of in an unscale-like manner. So half flap really makes your takeoff smooth, and other than that, I would really recommend this plane. It's a really nice airplane. So this has been Miller RC. We'll see you next time.